Good morning. Well, a couple of people asked what I thought about the disaster in Nepal, and of course, loving to do the tour of Mount Everest, and this is it. We went out of Lukla Airport. Hillary Tenzing, I might get that backwards. It might be Tenzing Hillary Airport at 9,000 feet is right here, where I'm pointing on the right, VNLK, and then these are all the highlighted. These are highlighted. Mount Everest Base Camp, and Mount Everest was right there. The memorial. I flew up the valley, out of taking off to the west, I believe, down that ski jump, and then proceeded north up these valleys up to get up to Mount Everest. Sorry, I haven't talked yet today, so my throat's tickly. So about equidistant from Kathmandu here, where the flight's across to here, this to get from here to here on the ground is there's no freeways, so air is the trick. And so this area over here, Pokhara, is a hiking area, and you can see it's not quite as close to the high country here, and I called it the foothills, but these are mountains. I mean, this is probably 10,000 feet up here. When you get into thinner air, it's more critical. There's a more chance of stalling, and possibly that's what happened. The weather was not a factor, so that's about all I know. What I'm going to do is just take a flight around this area. I'm using aircraft which is similar in speed to the twin engine aircraft that they had. It's probably a little faster, but I'm sure the twin engine aircraft that crashed had turbines. And anyway, here we go. Let's go flying. Oh, I like that shot. That's the Cub crafters out of Yakima, Washington, which they must have license to build the Cubs they met. They got the Top Cub and the Carbon Cub. So which one that is, I don't know. Okay, here we are in Pokhara. So we'll take a little flight around and to see what this is. Apparently it's a new airport. Get outside here and take a look. You can see it's mountainous, but they'd probably call it foothills over here. Which approach it was taking, I don't know. And they said it was a clear skies. So here we go. We're in the TBM. This seems to be controlling pretty nicely today. Take a look. Oh, look at the mountains, and that would be the direction of Everest behind us. We're definitely to the west of Everest, so we'll climb out here. And
Delta 7 Bravo Charlie, continue for south departure.
Put the wheels up and the flaps up. Guess that's the old airport in the background. Oh, it's really beautiful here. Wow.
Delta 7 Bravo Charlie, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Okay.
Pokhara Tower Daughter, 527 Bravo Charlie, frequency change.
And we'll look down at the town, looking back into the sun. So, while it showed a hilly section where it went in, there were eyewitnesses, and somebody did take a shot, so they'll probably get it figured out. I love these looking up at the mountains here. Pretty area. Okay, and now we'll look down at back at the town, and where we're heading east, we're heading toward Kathmandu. The course line, if we were to fly back to Kathmandu, I gotta get the chart here. And we'll continue over what probably is the old airport. You can see we're probably heading right into the sun. And this course would be about 30 minutes to Kathmandu that way. And of course, these are the mountains in the background. So we'll come on back on the power. Where are we? 6,000 feet. So we must have taken off about 2,000. So it isn't real high. It's not as high as even Kathmandu, but we'll check our altimeter when we get back on the ground. Alright, we'll come back on the power, and we don't need this because we're not going to Kathmandu. We're going to go back and land. So the airport, the old airport's right under us. The new airport's right over there by the lake. We'll take another look here. And again, Everest would be down that way. Lukla would be down that way on the same foothills. Wow, pretty area. Okay, we're going to come around, coming back on the power, and we got to put our landing gear down. And we slow down. We can put the landing gear down. Put in a notch of flap. Here comes the landing gear. So they were on approach, and of course losing control. And this would have possibly been the approach. I don't think you'd come from the other side, from over the hills. You'd come from this lower approach to the runway. So it could have ended up in these little hills. The pictures looked like there were hills, close hills in the background. Whereas the airport over here is out in the flat area. Bringing a notch of flap. I got a full flap. And we'll get back in here. It's pretty good how that looks. There's the airport out the right window, right there. Looks like they have visual approach slope indicator, and they're all white, so that means we're high. And we got it at approach speed, 88. I'll just wig-wag my wings, go back outside. Yeah, this is definitely lower. I think Kathmandu is at 4,000. This is maybe lower than that. We keep her at 80 as a pretty good approach speed. And we'll watch those four white lights to see that we start getting a red light that we're on the glide slope. Indicating all white indicates we're high. But this airplane can get in and out of. Now I kind of come back in with a little power. Still hasn't indicated we're down on the glide. There's a red. So now we're close to what they like as a glide slope approach. There we go. There we go. Flaps up. I could do a reverse. Had plenty of runway. I didn't have to do the reverses, but it's good for me to practice because it's a little tricky. You have to throw the throttle down hard into to zero thrust. There's a little detent on my throttle, and then you have to do it again to get it to go forward. So we're back in normal thrust here. Anyway, it's really not a lighthearted time with the disaster. Look at that! I don't even see a I'll go ahead and stop right here. That's a pretty shot. And then look around. I don't see a terminal. So we'll just take a shot. I don't think that... Maybe that's the terminal over there. It just didn't look like it as I was scooting around. Anyway, what a pretty area. And sorry the visit has such a disaster, loss of life. And they'll figure it out. Okay, goodbye from Pokhara, Nepal. Thanks for watching. I'll find a happier story for you soon.